Hello, it's Asteria with a reading for the collective. Take what resonates and throw out the rest. It's a divine masculine spread. I'm going to clarify the cards that are here, but I just want to catch you up on what I have so far. So this person is dealing with justice. There's some sort of karma playing out that is very apparent for this person because it's clarified by this tower, and the star, which just gives me energy of like losing dreams all at once. Like everything someone of this masculine has hoped for is just collapsing in on itself. It could be like trying to talk to God and really feeling like dreams are dying. And what's challenging it is this Hierophant, so some sort of marriage or high-level commitment that it just feels like a useless exercise, or whatever this was is just, this could be divorce, or just it's just not working out. This Hierophant, this tradition, whatever this tradition was, just with this Eight of Cups, seems to be just kind of leading this person in circles, and maybe they keep trying to walk away or find meaning in it, but it just never arrives anywhere. It's meaningless, and this person keeps finding themselves in the same position over and over again, like Groundhog Day. In the subconscious, we've got Eight of Wands and the Magician. So this definitely feels like manipulative energy, and the person is aware of it, but it's more in their subconscious. I don't know yet where that's coming from, but it definitely has to do with something being sneaky or a lie. It's the Seven of Swords, so it's like the vibrations of dark manipulation is in and attached to some sort of lie or sneakiness. It's like things aren't working because of this energy. It looks like in the recent past, though, this person was really maybe even trying to work with someone or be more just, or really use their mind to figure something out, and really praying and hoping and planning something, really trying to reassess everything and think logically. And they were kind of thinking in terms of like leadership and options. So there was a lot of rethinking things through here, taking a step back and kind of reorganizing where they're at and what direction they should take. And with the star here, it's interesting that now justice has arrived in connection to that star, but now it's a tower. It's like the answer is, it's like you're dreaming, or this is all falling apart. And really what this person wants is to be happy, enjoy themselves. This could also wanting to be in the spotlight. And then clarifying that, we have the Eight of Swords, so not really sure what move to make in regards to this happiness, like how to be happy and just live a good life that's full of sunshine and joy, and also to be appearing that way, kind of showmanship, or showing that they're happy as well, but just not sure how. And in the near future, we have the Chariot here, so trying to get control of the situation. And then clarifying it, we have the Wheel and Five of Cups. So there's like a lot of regret and loss and grief connected to the way things are unfolding, to the way destiny is unfolding, and this person is trying to get control of their environment. And it's stemming from what feels like disappointment in how things are unfolding. What they're looking at, it's interesting because these all fell on the floor and then this was the main one. So Ace of Coins, like a blessing or something that is materialized, some opportunity. And then we've got Ace of Wands that fell on the floor, passion, incentive, the new beginnings of something. Ace of Swords, new ideas, the beginning of like communication or truth. And then Nine of Swords, so really experiencing a lot of anxiety around this new beginning. In their environment, they have this death card, so it appears that they're going through a major transformation or something is definitively over for this person. And oh, let me go back to these are the cards that clarified the way that they're looking at things with all of these aces, these new beginnings. It's like everything but love. It's the truth, it's passion, it's an opportunity. And clarifying this is this Knight of Cups and Judgment. So like having to like follow their calling, almost like their north node, and either do so with like a lot of charm and friendliness, or it's like making an offer, like a love offer, some sort of romantic offer, like feeling under judgment about that. How to start new with something. What's interesting because there's no Ace of Cups here, so that feels disconnected to me. And clarifying this death card, we have the Queen of Wands. So some woman, a Queen of Wands, where there seems to be an ending. It seems to be just over, or something that this person, it's just done. Connected to this Queen of Wands. In the hopes and fears, we have strength and 10 of Cups. So they're hoping that they'll have the spiritual strength to have this joy. They want joy, a happy family. And it's interesting because we've got the Sun here as well. So they could be very nervous about that. In some cases, this could be pregnancy, but feeling really emotionally stuck about it. The only reason I'm saying that is because of all this new beginning energy here, but they're feeling nervous. They're like in their head a lot. I don't really think it's pregnancy because I don't get that, but I just have to say that like traditionally the Sun, you know, with the child on the horse, and with this Ace of Pentacles, it could be that, but I don't think that that's necessarily what it is. Clarifying this strength and 10 of Cups, it's like taking some action and waiting for the arrival of something. This could be traveling as well. And then outcome is the Four of Swords, so needing to take a break and get some rest, and clarifying that is Queen of Swords. So that's an interesting combination. Could have to do with time to relax and take a break and get clarity in regards to a woman who is very intelligent and logical, or they might need to take this break in order to kind of get that clarity for themselves. Then under the deck we have Seven of Swords, so this has to do with like a big lie or sneaking around. And under this deck we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is like an independent woman here. So it has something to do with sneaking and this this independence, or doing something on their own. here it feels like this, it does feel a lot like business. It feels like some sort of relationship that has business involved as well. And but that isn't working out very well and feels hopeless. So let's get more clarifications. That's what it is so far. So tell me about this justice this masculine is going through. Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Aquarius and the star. It's like ideas, grand ideas, or it feels like this idealistic, or there could be an air sign involved. And then we have wish fulfillment, mirroring, and then toxicity and narcissist. So something about wish fulfillment, it's not happening for them because there's all of this toxicity that either came from them or this Hierophant here, where it just seems like they're going in circles. Yeah, there's like a need for self-love, and there isn't though, because this is in the challenge position. So clarifying this Eight of Wands and the Magician, raising the vibration around friends. So because this is clarifying Eight of Wands and the Magician, the vibration is low because this is clarifying a challenge in the subconscious connected to a lie, sneaking. So these friendships feel like the vibration is low. The conversations, there is not quality time. There's a lack of quality time. There's a lack of depth here because it's all based on lies or this manipulation, vibration of some sort of dark manipulation where it's impossible. There's a lie, and so it's impossible to create this higher vibration. There's a lack of self-love, which turns into a lack of wish fulfillment, and it's all just toxic, and this person is having a tower, realizing that. But in the recent past, they were very determined to follow some sort of hope or dream here, trying to get into a place of like feeling like they needed to get more command over themselves and kind of boss up more in order to pursue something. But it's like this is all planning with Two of Wands and Seven of Coins. Yeah, it's like planning for some sort of change. Really like praying and planning and thinking things through, thinking through options, and trying to do so with a lot of intelligence and leadership. So that's why this is such a letdown. This wish fulfillment, it's and even if there does seem something that has come true, it's just so toxic and lacking any depth that it just feels aimless. So it's like there's definitely very little cups here, almost no cups, except for this Five of Cups, regret. There's also no cups here. Ten of Cups is only in hopes, hoping for Ten of Cups, but there is no cups here. There's no love. So with the Sun card, obsessed, spying, social media, infatuation. So they're obsessed with something. In the sun, being in the sun, not sure how, they feel stuck. There's something that they're looking at, but they feel stuck. I feel like something's coming very soon. They're planning, so I feel like, oh wow. This was one of the other cards that fell on the ground, this 8 of coins. So it's like wanting to put in work. This just sort of like fell over. I didn't see it. It was on the floor and then it just fell out like that. So that's interesting. And that happened right when I was looking at coming soon and make something that they're focused on. So it could be like really putting the work in. Mastering something. Overcoming something here that they're obsessed with, and then you're going to try to take action, but this is like a dark night of the soul. They're going to have to face their fears and face old wounds in order to take, you know, any action, or it's going to be trying to muster up the energy to do that, because the wheel just feels like their destiny, or the way things are unfolding, where they find themselves, their fortune based on justice and everything that they've done. It's just a lot of grief and loss, and trying to fix it, try to get the strength to get control of their circumstances after they find themselves in a place where they just are really regretting their choices and their life and how things have unfolded for them. It's interesting. This is like past love, past memories, thinking about old times, and that is connected to 9 of Swords with this Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins, Judgment around an offer, a love offer, romance too. So it's almost like it could be trying to think through like recreating the past somehow, but it's like an awakening about like what they had, because this is nostalgia, past love, and it's giving them a lot of anxiety because they feel like nothing's working out for them. And with this Death card and the Queen of Wands, it's like happiness, enjoyment, kindness. This was like a very creative and beautiful and confident and attractive person that is right. It's like they're right there. They were right there, and it's connected to this transformation or this ending. So, and because it's in this environment position, it gives me the feeling that this is how people are looking at them. Like, you know, if you are unhappy, it's your fault because you had this perfection, or they could be talking about it with people, because why else would it be in the environment? Death can sometimes be a transformation, and not just an ending, but a really big transformation as it pertains to happiness and this creative, confident woman. So big transformation in connection to, I feel like this is the divine feminine. Kindness. But it's over. That's how it appears in the environment for them. Let's get one more for that. Yeah, now there's conflict that was created with this Queen of Wands. It's like there's no action. It's quiet. there's nothing, it's like, it's a loss. It's a whole loss created to this, connected to this Queen of Wands. So strength and Ten of Cups, this self-worth. So this person wants to get the spiritual strength together to have courage and the right kind of confidence, not just based on their ego, and love themselves enough to pursue joy instead of these toxic circumstances. And they're really hoping that if they can raise their vibration, which is what it is that's impossible in the circumstances that they're in this subconscious area, because what they're in or were in or that they're struggling with is based on lies and dark energy, where they can't manifest and they can't be happy, and they need that spiritual strength to be happy. So it's almost like it's like a catch-22, because the thing that they want they can't have, and then the situation keeps perpetuating itself over and over and over again, because it's like being in a loop of a lie or a dark energy. So it's they're having trouble, enjoying anything that they have. It doesn't feel like real wish fulfillment. It feels empty. There's no love. And they know that they need to have self-worth to get control with this Chariot here of this environment. They're going to go into this dark night of the soul. They're going to have to go really, really deep in and be truthful with themselves internally. That's the only way to get control of this loop, because the vibration, it's almost like it keeps pulling them back in. It's like the law of attraction. So it's like once you're in that loop, can't get out of it. The willpower to get out is enormous, is needed to get out is enormous. And that's where the strength comes in, to be able to actually receive and experience happiness. And that's where they're emotionally stuck, because they don't know what move to make, because they're in such a toxic situation. It's like, if you can't create the energy that you want to live in, then you can't experience what you want to live. And that's what the Justice is kind of realizing it. It's the Tower, about these hopes and what really wish fulfillment is. And now they're realizing it's happiness. All this other stuff doesn't really mean anything, and it's like a lie. It's a lie. And I do feel like this is you working on your own, and it's like you're right there. It's so hard to avoid that you have. It just adds another layer of sadness for this person, or meaninglessness, I'll say. There's like no quality time. There's a lack of friendship with this circle or whoever this person is in this Hierophant situation. Again, we have self-love is necessary, but that's why it's going to lead to this dark night of the soul and a lot of regret and grief about this wheel. And it's like having done this to themselves from this choice that they made. And at this point now, this self-love is very hard, because it's so dark and shallow and bad vibes. And also I feel like they kind of subconsciously feel like not only are they lying, but that there's manipulation, energy manipulation going on. It's the opposite of quality time. It's almost like this time was like manufactured. So this unawakened ruled by the ego is clarifying Four of Swords. So I feel like it's also clarifying Queen of Swords. So it's having to take a break even after all of this, go back within, meditate, go inwards to recognize that this seems like the next phase, because there's like a dark night of the soul, but happiness is here and courage is here, and they're hoping for that, but then they're gonna have to deal with their ego. Or this could be like coming in contact with this Queen of Swords and figuring and learning that way. Well, that's interesting. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Your spirit guides are sending messages to your dreams. Four of Swords can be sleeping. So it's almost like they could be getting some sort of messages through dreams about their own ego. And that helps them evolve to the next stage. It helps them become more aware of divine timing. Because of this waiting, they might feel like they have to wait. Four of Swords can be waiting as well. Waiting and tuning in. I feel like this is like Divine Feminine went through this phase a really long time ago. Really long time ago. It could be also some sort of energy that doesn't, well, that clingy, that could be a karmic energy that doesn't want to let go. Which makes it hard for them. That can also be having trouble getting out of the ego. Okay, and then with this shocking news, that could have to do with someone feeling left out in the cold. Some sort of shocking news about someone being left out in the cold. Someone could be... Four of Swords can be a vacation. Interesting. There's a lot going on here. So I'll clarify with another deck as well, but someone's going away. Someone's feeling left in the cold. Some sort of like unexpected, surprising news with someone else being very clingy about it. Someone trying to really tune in to get their messages about what they should do. There's just definitely like struggling with the ego still here. But then trying to trust in divine timing. So awakening. So this is definitely about this person going through a next level of awakening for sure. Tell me about this Four of Swords outcome ruled by the ego, retreat, awakening. It's like someone needs to get away and go inwards. But someone's still ruled by the ego and clingy. Okay, so there's like an obsessive lover or karmic energy that's just obsessed into this person, still confused and kind of following them still. So it feels like someone's really obsessed with someone here and still kind of following with fake accounts. Who is obsessed with who? Show me who's obsessed. Okay, so this karmic energy. There's like a girl fight. Someone's in their head all the time. A karmic energy that's still obsessed. At the bottom of the deck, we've got played out. So this person's feeling like just their whole life is played, like this whole situation that they're in is played out, and going through a spiritual awakening, like the next phase of it here. It might be with, got cut off. Yeah, so karmic energy, very, very competitive over this person, doesn't want to let them go. Could be some sort of fight over property, or someone doesn't want to leave. One person wants to go, someone needs a break, someone has to wait, they get stuck there. Official person. It could come through one of their friends, or there could be some sort of messaging going back and forth. Yeah, this karmic feminine could be sending messages, you know, because it's over, but it's like they don't want to, yeah, they don't want to let go. This person with that Four of Swords could also be struggling with their health. This masculine energy, like part of their awakening is struggling with their health with that Four of Swords. I mean, it could get, you know, dire, and it could be this like karmic energy is like very much pushing things at the same time while this person needs to retreat and go rest. Yeah. So that is what's happening with this masculine. It feels like they are very much stuck in a loop and going through a very painful dark night of the soul, turning into an awakening, really nostalgic about a relationship that they had. It feels like they're not getting a lot of sympathy with this harsh ending. It just seems like, well, you had it. This person's got cut off again. Yeah, it looks like they want to make some kind of a romantic offer here, very nostalgic about memories from the past, really in their head a lot. Like it feels like a nightmare about what they had, wanting to tell the truth or communicate, feeling really passionate about it, wanting to even maybe make an offer, some sort of like feeling like they're awakened about what they had here, and feeling really just they're going through this death, this really painful ending, and it's like connected to you and the happiness that they had. And maybe if you're not really showing yourself a lot, it just seems like they're not really sure how to, there isn't really anyone around them that can give them any kind of advice, and this just feels like a really dark situation that's based on the lie, and they're thinking about you a lot. I feel like it's just a very toxic situation that's hard to get out of because they're stuck in a loop. And but this dark night of the soul here feels like that's going to be the first step towards this joy, where they just weren't focused on that before, but because of this justice and then wheel right after, this is a big transformation, really big transformation for this person, putting love and joy and actual happiness above the things in the past they had overlooked or missed. And it seems with the subconscious here that they're still not fully aware just how, or they're not able to look also like what they did and how they're missing quality time, what they did to themselves with this lie, and that they don't have true friendship or quality time, and all you have is time, money and clout and what other people think. It doesn't mean anything if you're having a dark night of the soul and you're in a toxic situation that is an endless loop of a lie. So yeah, tough time for this person. It looks like it ends with really just needing to get away by themselves, but with a very like clingy karmic energy trying to pull them back in and not wanting to let go. And they're just very highly focused on you and what they had, not getting a lot of sympathy. Big transformation. Okay, I hope that helps. Bye.